Hey everybody, welcome in. Happy new moon. Almost. Technically, it's tomorrow. But we're doing it tonight because we are trying to give Team SG the weekend off before Tucson.
We're going to Tucson.
We're going to the Tucson Gem Show.
Going to Tucson.
At the butt crack of dawn on Monday.
Yeah, it's an early one.
No, listen to me right now. There was a noon flight that apparently Sheriff Dave said we could not take, so there's like a 8 a.m. flight that we're taking, and you know what that means, right? I have to be at the airport at 6 a.m., so anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
You'll still walk in at 7:30.
I will roll in whenever the F I roll in.
I'll be there at 5:30.
Alexis will be there early. We are so glad you're here. So, so we are officially taking the weekend off because then when we get to Tucson on Monday, we don't take a day off for 10 days. We work Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. So you don't get a break from us. If you want all the behind the scenes of the Tucson Mayhem, Team SG is going to link for you to Living Magic. So Living Magic is my online class where I teach you how to bring magic to all parts of your life. There are 2 reasons you should join it if you haven't already. First of all, I was live with Deepak Chopra tonight.
It was so cool.
It was one of my favorite experiences of my life. There are 2 books that I read from him in the 90s that really changed the way I think about what it means to have an entrepreneurial spiritual business and what it means to bring magic to your life. And so I've been reading Deepak Chopra's books since I was in my 20s. And so to be with him live tonight was really bucket list. So if you join Living Magic, not only do you get all 4 of my classes from this month and all of the Tucson behind the scenes, but you get access to the recording of the Deepak Chopra interview from today for $100. That's less than after everything you get, it's like $15 an hour. So sagegoddess.com/livingmagic. Karen and Alexis are going to post the link for you in the feed right now. I would love to have you go and register sagegoddess.com/livingmagic, or just click on the link that they're going to post for you. The 2 books were The 7 Spiritual Laws of Business or Success, and then the Wizard book, which I'm blanking on right now. But those were the first 2 books I read. The Wizard book came out in 95, and the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success came out in 1999, I think, or 2000. Anyway, those were the first 2 books I ever read. I have every book that he's ever written in my library at home. So it was really amazing to sit with my teacher, The Way of the Wizard, to sit with my teacher today and to be able to tell him how much that meant to me. So anyway, it's amazing. My teachers, my spiritual teachers, charge $200, $300, $400 an hour. You pay me $100 for the month. You're going to get 4 2-hour classes, a private Facebook group, a live session or a recording now with Deepak Chopra, and all the behind the scenes at Tucson. So I'm the best bargain in town. I just want to really invite you to join. So again, the link has been posted in your Facebook or in the feed right here. sagegoddess.com/livingmagic. Yeah. And the recording will be up very, very soon. Yeah. And then I think Karen and Alexis, do they have to click on the pinned link? Because I don't see the link in the feed.
She's put it in the feed a couple times, and it's also pinned.
Okay, so it's pinned. I don't see it in the feed, Karen, just so you know, but I do see that there's a pinned comment. So go to the pinned comment if you want to join the class. So it says, learn more about my 2023 ... I think that's the one they're talking about. That's where you need to go to watch everything and get all the classes. Yeah.
There it is again. I just
okay.
Just
all right, thank you. Yeah, it's hard sometimes if you don't have the direct link. So sagegoddess.com/livingmagic. It was a really amazing experience, and it was a highlight of my career. Now, what are we doing tonight? New moon in Aquarius. I'm ready for this because new moons are my favorite moon phases. How many of you, raise your hand, love the new moon? I love it. Tonight's actually the dark moon. So the dark moon is the night before the new moon, and that is when the sky is absolutely pitch dark, right? And so when the sky is completely pitch dark, that is an invitation, and it has been since the beginning of time, to create and co-create something new with the universe. So tonight's the dark moon. Tomorrow night is technically the new moon. We can celebrate the new moon tonight. Anything within 48 hours of the phase is accurate. So we're right on time. A lot of you love the new moon too. Do you know why I love it? Anybody here new to Sage Goddess or new to new moons? A lot of you are highly experienced professionals, so I'm not asking you. Anybody new? When I was first practicing magic, 100,000 years ago, I really tried to experience the new moon and then the phases in between and the full moon and develop my own perspective. Is it clear? Okay. Develop my own perspective on why the different moon phases are important. Full moons are great. They also bring out the absolute batshit crazy in people. I don't like to drive at a full moon. I don't like to go out at the full moon. I don't like to, when I eat at the full moon, it's like the food doesn't digest. There's just a lot of energy at the full moon. It's not my favorite phase. At the new moon, everything contracts, right? Angela's new. Anybody else new? Linda's new. I just want to welcome you because if you're new, it's really cool. And by the way, thank you for stumbling upon our situation. It's really cool to have you here.
Yeah, it is.
We've been doing new moon and full moon ceremonies for you on YouTube for almost 12 years. And I never miss it because this is my passion, which is teaching you about the moon and why she's so important. The moon is the divine feminine in our solar system, and she waxes and she wanes. Right? When she wanes, when she gets smaller, and she's actually not getting smaller, she's just less visible to us, right? How many of you as, let's not say women, as a divine feminine, how many of you sometimes don't show yourself to everybody? You get a little secretive, like that's me, right? There's parts of me that are a little bit secret. That's my mystery. That's the new moon. The full moon is like, buns up, suns up, like, no, seriously, tits out, like, I don't care, it's just whatever it is. And I think that's why it's not as fun for me. I like a little mystery. I'm not so much a buns up, suns up person. I like a little behind the scenes, like you don't fully know what's happening. That's the new moon for me. So, and the other reason I love the new moon is I'm always cooking something. I always have something up my sleeve. I always have a new project or a new vision or a new dream or a new intention, and I like to let it simmer on my stove, right? Just kind of let it cook and let the energies come, right? And manifestation for me is super, super fun, but I enjoy it because I've been patient. I put all the ingredients in the pot and I let it simmer. That's what tonight is. And it's a new moon in Aquarius. Aquarians in the house. I have 0 Aquarius in my chart, but I was raised by Aquarian women, so I know you very well. Anybody Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising? You guys are the most watery of the air signs. You're called the water bearers. So you're an air sign, but you're highly emotional. And I'm going to call you out right now before I love you up, okay? Because that's what I like to do. First, I'm going to tell you what's shitty about you, and then I'm going to tell you what's great about you. What's shitty about Aquarians? They act like they're like free spirits and open-minded and all these things, but actually secretly they're really judgmental. And God bless you. I mean, it's true though. Like you'll be like, oh, being raised by Aquarians, my Aquarius mom and grandma would be like, everybody should just think freely and just be who they are, except you, right? To their kids. You need to follow the rules and you don't do that and you don't, So it's like, oh yeah, let's like take the lid off the box, except you, and then you don't take the lid off the box. So there's a lot of judgment under the surface, if you're being honest, Aquarians. And it's not always fair. Now, what's your gift that you bring to the world? Okay, it's true. There's a little bit of judgment under the surface, okay? Now, what is true about Aquarians that is beautiful and it's your gift to the world and we all experience it is you guys care about everybody. My mom and my grandmother cared about the person serving their food at the restaurant, or the person on the street corner asking for money, or the teacher who was overworked and underpaid. And my mom would always show up and be like the backup teacher's assistant if their person called out that day. They absolutely care about every single person. Nobody is unimportant to Aquarians. That is what I love about you, because there's no other sign in the zodiac that really does truly care about everybody except Aquarius. The rest of us are like, I care about you, but then there's like a limit, right? Aquarians, if you need help, they're going to be there. And they're not going to ask you why, and they're not going to ask you to pay them back, and they're not going to ask you for favors. They just are absolutely, if there's a group of folks who are truly servant leaders, who truly care about the collective. And it's true, like Danusia is saying, stray animals, stray birds. My mom, stray cats and animals would show up. Raccoons. She had a family of raccoons that she took care of for 10 years. Rosie and all her babies, right? She cared about everybody. So I'm just telling you, that's the gift of tonight, is if you want to open up your heart and care about the collective, there's nobody like Aquarius. They do care about you. And it's not superficial. They actually will take you in, give you the shirt off their back, feed you. There's no expectation. It's the most beautiful thing. That's why we love you. The shadow side of you is you are judgmental and you pretend like you're not, but you totally know that you are. Have I nailed it? Nailed it. And it's okay. Guess what? Everybody's judgmental. I mean, the rest of us are like, I'm totally judgmental. Sagittarians are like, you make rules for me, I'm going to judge you right now, right? Like, we don't even like, it's not a question. Leos are like, if you don't have your makeup on point, like, I can't be friends with you, right? So every other zodiac sign is judgmental. It's just the Aquarians who act like they're not sometimes. Okay. So tonight is about setting intentions. What does setting intentions mean? It means making wishes. Setting intentions is the way grown-ups make wishes. So we're going to set intentions. We're going to make wishes tonight for a couple of things, if you're ready. Now, if you have your journal from last month, then I am on page 24 of your journal. And I'm going to tell you what it says, okay? Do you believe you can change the world? When the moon is dark or new in Aquarius, she really believes she can change the world. She believes she's the butterfly, newly liberated in her own physical form and open to the possibility that every thought, action, and unique vibration she generates holds the capacity to awaken some new layer of previously unexplored consciousness. Page 24. Okay? What mom thought or what dad did, we're free from what our friends think is okay, right? We're free from all of that. I cannot guarantee your safety, says this new moon in Aquarius, nor do I seek to do that. I seek only to guarantee your freedom. And in doing so, I seek to unshackle you from old paradigms of discontent and fear. And if you make changes and choices from a place of fear, you will move in the direction of safety. But if safety is not always your goal, right? If safety is not always beautiful, then safety is not always free. You have to make changes and choices from a place of trust. So you'll move in the direction of truth, and truth is always beautiful. Truth is always free. Do you wish to be safe or to be true? That is the question for tonight. So on page 25, if you so choose, this is where you write your new moon intentions. I don't know about the journals. Alexis and Karen will tell you if we have those.
No, they're all out of stock. But many of the people here do have them, and we
are reordering them, right? So we're bringing them back.
I can find out about that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'll message Merlin.
I think we should be reordering them. So if we haven't, we will, because we know everybody wants one that didn't get one the last time. So yeah, Merlin and Alexis and Karen are working on this to bring the journals forward. So this is from the journal from last month, the Moon Phase and Astrology workbook from January's kit. Okay. So tonight's ceremony is using our tools of the month. If you got the tools for this month, you have your Aquarian This is your water bearer, right? It's both an incense burner, but it reflects the element of water because it's got the water lines right here. This is the Aquarian glyph, or the symbol of Aquarius. And then we gave you Awaken incense sticks, bay leaf for success, orange blossom for passion, myrrh for grounding, which we're going to burn together tonight. And then my favorite solid perfume we've ever made for you, which is Liberate, which is night blooming jasmine, ginger, and valerian. When we're done tonight, this goes on your nightstand, because night blooming jasmine and valerian are like melatonin, but they're better for you and they smell better, right? Everybody takes melatonin now, and I do think it works, but one of the problems with melatonin, if you constantly take it every day, your body produces melatonin, and if you're constantly taking melatonin supplements, it decreases your body's own production of melatonin, so it makes it harder to fall asleep. Valerian is a natural sleep aid, and night blooming jasmine is a natural sleep aid. So, and Aquarians are very good sleepers. Have you noticed that? Every Aquarian I know sleeps through the night. They're very good at sleeping because their dreams are prophetic. They're highly psychic. So anyway, we gave you this little solid perfume, and then we gave you this tool this month made out of quartz. So what you can do is you can use this to scrape your solid perfume and anoint with it. And then when you get to the bottom of your jar, it has a little edge where you can kind of scoop it out. This you can use for any of your incense blends. It has a little indentation in it for your thumb.
It's so cool.
Isn't it cool? It's actually a single terminated wand, so you can also use it to activate grids or to open and close circles. I'm going to use it to open our circle tonight.
Aww.
And then we have our Liberate candle. So everything is about freedom. If you don't sleep well, try melatonin. We may have some of the solid perfumes separately. We do have the spoons separately. So anything we have separately, Karen and Alexis will let you know in the feed what we have, and they will give you the links for all of that. And our code today is...
Today's code is SOUND.
SOUND.
To save... I'm always so bad with the percentages. Numbers aren't my thing. 23% off.
And I'll show you, Alexis, will you pass that over? I'll show you at the end of class tonight the tools for next month's New Moon kit, because it's absolutely beautiful.
It's my favorite.
It is.
I'm a Pisces.
It's all of our favorite. It's a New Moon in Pisces next month, and we're actually giving you everything you need to make a new moon garden.
It's so cute. It's your magic garden.
Did you see?
I think it's the cutest thing ever. I really do.
Then you get your magic garden perfume and your magic garden candle and all that. So anyway, this is the new moon kit for next month, and your code is SOUND for 23% off. And there's a little enter to win if you get that. Now, the other thing I want to tell you before we start, if you go to sagegoddess.com, and Karen and Alexis will give you the link, you can download these new moon and Aquarius worksheets too. They give you some really good journaling questions, and these are free. So it tells you all about what happens when the moon is new in Aquarius, and then gives you all the questions to answer. And then you can keep those in your new moon journal too. So anyway, that's a free gift for you if you would like that. Okay, now, are you ready? I'm going to begin by opening our circle, and I want to invite you to take a nice deep breath. We had such a powerful session with Deepak Chopra today.
Yeah.
And some of the wisdom that I'm sitting with tonight from his offering is what a gift it is to be alive. I asked him, you've been interviewed so many times over decades. What's the one question you're surprised nobody has asked you? And his answer was, why aren't we surprised to be alive? Like, why isn't this amazing to us that we're here? And when you stop and think about it, one of the things that Aquarians do, my mom was the best grandmother to my kids, and my grandmother was the best grandmother to me and my sister. Because they never grew up. There's a Peter Panishness to you guys, to you Aquarians, that I envy, because as a Leo, I don't have it. I was born an adult. So I never really had that Peter Pan-ishness, right? My daughter's a Pisces. She has a little bit of it. But here's what I'm going to tell you about Aquarius energy. You guys are childlike in the sense that you still have wonder about the world. Like, it's amazing that we're alive, and it's amazing that we get to love each other, and it's amazing that we get to work with crystals, and it's amazing that we get to do all these things. Aquarians never lose that wonder, and it's one of the things that I admire most about you, is that you don't lose that childlike belief in magic. You know, it's almost like believing in Santa Claus, which I still believe in Santa Claus, but you know what I mean? Like, you just don't lose that faith. And so it's an amazing quality. I don't want you to lose it. And just for tonight, even if you're not an Aquarius, or if you're like me with like absolutely zero Aquarius in your chart, let's just agree to be childlike tonight. Let's agree to have faith tonight. Can we do that? And from that place, let's set our vision and our intentions. We don't have any eclipse activity tonight. There's nothing blocking our view, right? It's a gorgeous, clear night in LA. It's kind of a golden sunset here tonight.
It's really pretty.
Let's take a deep breath. I'm going to call in our spirit guides, and let's just agree to be little, right? Let's agree to be the Toys R Us kid.
I love that drum.
This is my new moon drum from Velislav, who owns Shaman Drum. Let's have an awakening, right? Yeah, who do you want to be when you grow up? I'm not grown up yet. I'm turning 50 this year, and if you tell me I'm grown up, I'm going to shut you off. I am not grown up yet. I still believe in it all. That's what gives life meaning. So drum with me, right? Oh, thanks, you guys. It's snowing in Belgium tonight. Everything's white where Iris is. I want to come be in Belgium with Iris.
Cozy up.
I know. Go get my egg with Iris.
Cozy up with some blankets.
I know, it sounds nice, right? Nope. The minute you decide you're an adult, what does that even mean? You have all the answers? Oh, good for you. I don't have all the answers, right? At this new moon, it's cold across our planet. Have you noticed? Have you noticed how cold it is? I'm heading to Tucson on Monday. I've been going to Tucson for 11 years. It's never been in the 20s at night when I go. It's going to be in the 20s at night. That's straight up like freeze your nipples off weather, right? We're gonna do it. It's cold as fuck.
I'm excited.
I know.
You looked at me for support.
Alexis,
I'm
no, I
not
know.
on
Alexis
your
likes it.
page. I'm so happy it's gonna be cold.
It is cold in this world.
I'm still packing my neck fan that you bought for me.
Are you really?
Just in case.
No,
you
it's
never
not.
know.
It is not gonna be that warm.
You guys like it hot. I might be warm in the house.
It is cold outside. You know what that means, though? As within, so without, right? What are we meant to freeze? What's meant to slow down, right? When the weather's cold. Yeah, Dasha's like 20's nothing. It's summer in my country, but even where you are, it's probably cold right now. The whole planet is colder than usual, right? What are we meant to slow down? Conserving our energy, right? Going within. Finding our inner warmth, our inner fire, our inner flame, right? Guides and guardians of the East. Let's start the new cycle tonight by reflecting on where we need to slow it down. Spring will be here before we know it. Summer will be here before we know it. Don't rush the time. There's teaching, there's learning in every cycle, right? Slow it down. Get some rest, right? Relax. Roll your shoulders back. Drink your tea a little warmer. Snuggle up with some blankets. Get yourself a big man cat like I have, right? We call him the boulder right now because once he lays down right now, he doesn't move.
Aww.
I'm like, you're bouldering up. And I have to make sure he's in a good place, because if he's not in a good place, like if he boulders on me and I can't like pull my blankets up, there's no moving him. And if I try to move him, he growls until like 8 in the morning.
Aww, I love that for
Do you have a boulder cat? I'm like, don't boulder up, Smudgy, I'm not ready yet. So in the East, it's a new cycle, right? Going within, slowing down, making space, cozying up. We'll miss these days when they're gone, right? And in the South, there's still a fire in you that's burning. You know that, right? It's in your heart, it's in your sacral chakra. There's still a fire. Oh yeah, that never goes out. There's a light in you that continues to shine. Bo Allen has a boulder dog. Joanne has a boulder cat named Teddy. See, I'm not alone. So in the South, we're tending the fire, we're stoking the flames. So we are still cultivating desire, passion, creativity, possibility, expansion. Yeah. And in the West, element of water, we are nurturing ourselves. We're taking care of ourselves. We're hydrating. We're finding new pathways to abundance and wealth. We're offering ourselves unconditional love. We're perfect as we are. We don't have to change. Nothing to fix, nothing to solve, nothing to change, nothing to move, right? Everything just perfect as it is. And then in the North, we're grounding into what's left of winter in the Northern Hemisphere. This is the season we're in now, burrowing down deep. This is one of our last new moons of winter. Let's enjoy it. Soon enough, the cycles will change, the wheel will turn, and we'll be in a new place. What's your last intention for rest? What's your last intention for self-care? What's your last intention for a retreat? That's just for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not for your garden. It's not for your business. It's not for your family. It's not for your kids. It's not for your partner. It's not for your animals. It's not for your house. It's not for your whatever. It's just for you. Just for you. Selfish now. Aquarius reminds us that when we feed ourselves, we feed the world. Just like Deepak taught us tonight, right? If we want to take care of other people, where does it begin? With ourselves. Good self-care is good other care. So we greet the East, the South, the West, and the North with love. Amen. Aho. And so it is. Yeah, it's eating healthier. One of the things I'm researching is how good it is to eat less, which I know nobody wants to hear about that because it's super boring, but we actually eat too much. Our ancestors used to eat much less than we did, and they were more active, so there was less heart disease. It's interesting. I mean, I've been doing a lot of research, so becoming more bird-like. You're gonna be like, I think just shut up. I know, it's not a popular opinion.
None of us want to hear this. No, it's good to hear.
When you're resting, your body doesn't need as much nutrients. So more tea, less food, more soup, less animal products, you know what I mean? Like just bringing it in. No, not as much salt, not as much anything, right? Just smaller. So she's like, as I'm about to shove pizza in my face, which is totally fine. I'm just saying, there's a little bit of like, making it a little bit smaller, a little bit more, right? Okay, so I want to begin. We are turning the season soon to spring, and I want to read to you from my Book of Blessings and Rituals before we start. This is page, if you have the book, page 24. If you don't have the book, it's on Amazon. It's my third book called the Book of Blessings and Rituals. But I'm going to read it to you. It says, because we're just days away from February and in bulk. In February, winter's chill loosens its grasp on the land, and we arrive at the midway point between winter and spring in the northern hemisphere, a time to celebrate, because much of nature is pregnant with life, which is reflected by the holiday Imbolc, February 1st. Imbolc, or Imbolg, means in the belly. And you're invited to think about what's gestating inside of you. Are you kindling your inner fire? Love has brought us through the cycle of conception. Now the waiting begins. It isn't time to burst forth in the world with all your dreams, but prepare as much as you can for what's coming and turn your gaze inward and stay there. This month, energy streams of self-love and universal love are accessible, right? Which is all the Aquarian gifts. Invite them in by gently bringing your attention to your breath. So aligned with Deepak today, right? Speak your full birth name out loud. Athena, Irene, Paracas. And then ask for self and universal love energies to come into your heart. Imagine your heart opening wide to receive them. Welcome these energies and thank them for their presence. We must both know love and its opposites to understand love, right? And this is why one must be vulnerable in love. It's the only way to really feel it. You might get terribly hurt along the way, but you also might get terribly loved. May you feel and embody both love and its opposite with grace, now and always. Yahoo. Yeah. Big manifestation starts at Imbolc. So our incense sticks tonight have bay laurel oil in them, which is about success. So I want you to take one of them out if you have the tools. If you don't have the tools, if you have a bay leaf, burn that. Some of you do in your kitchen because you are cooks. I make soup, so I always have bay leaves, right? That was, by the way, in the book, that was the chapter about February, which began on page 24. Yeah. Okay, so we gave you your burner and we gave you your incense stick. I want you to light the top of your incense stick. If you haven't done this before, this is how it works. You light the top, you let it catch the flame. This is how I do it. Feels good to light this with you. Every new moon now, going forward, we'll have a little more light. There's still just the lightest edge of the sunset, and it's 5:40. Which is pretty cool, actually. I mean, last month at 4:40, we didn't have the edge of the sunset. So we have a little bit of that golden light right now, which is so beautiful. Next month, we'll have a little more. The month after, we'll have a little bit more. Okay, so let it catch the flame and blow it out. If the tip is red, you're good, right? And the ash will start to burn down. Now, I'm going to teach you how to set intentions with an incense stick, which we have not done before. What is Now I'm going to ask you a hard question. You don't have to answer it. What is your word for the year or your word for the month? Now, word of the year is hard for me. The only word I've come up with so far for this year, because usually I can come up with one, my word has been reconnection or reconnect or regenerate. There's a re in it. So what I'm going to write tonight is re, R-E, which in Greek and Latin means do again. For me, this year is going to be a do-over in a higher, cleaner version than last year. That's my intention. So I don't expect to make huge, different progress forward, but I want to heal and fix what didn't work last year. Does that make sense? That's my focus. So receive is the same, right? Anything with re in front of it, you're doing over, which I think is a great intention for a 7-year, which is about completing cycles, which is where we are, right? 2 + 0 + 2 + 3 = 7. We're in a 7-year. So I want you to take your incense stick, hold it out in front of you, and I want you to, I'm going to lift mine up because I can see it's dark up in the ceiling and I can really see well, like right in front of here I can't see as well. So I'm going to lift it up here and I'm going to trace the word re. It's beautiful.
It is really pretty.
Let me show you on the screen, okay? And then I'm just writing renew. And I like the word receive. I like that too, so I'm going to do receive. I feel like a little kid. It's funny, I was listening to Deepak today talk about kids and how when they play peekaboo, they just fucking love it. And if you have little ones around you under the age of 2, play peekaboo with them, they fucking love it. They think and it doesn't matter if you do it 100 times, it's still like, peekaboo, they're like,
it's the biggest.
You know what I mean? Like, if you do it with me 100 times, I'm going to ask you to leave. You know what I mean? But like little kids will be like, you've got like problems, right? But little kids, they don't care. They'll do it 100 times.
I'm going to do it with you on the plane.
No, don't do that. But here, light an incense stick though and write your intentions. So now I'm going to write some more intentions. So I'm going to receive.
Oh, it smells so good. It's so nice.
It's so fun. Try this, you guys.
It's giving me Disney Channel vibes in the best possible way. Back in the day, I don't know if like Nick and Zoe, I don't know if they watched it, but they used to be like, I'm Hilary Duff and you're watching Disney Channel. And then they'd like draw the Mickey ears.
They would do that. Yeah. Are you doing it? Once is too much for Maruta. She's going to cancel us if we do it more than once. Okay. Rediscover. Oh, I like that. Look, right. Can you see it?
It's so cool.
Discover. You're casting spells. People are like, what's a spell?
You can actually see it in the air.
Word. No, you can. The word lingers. I know. And then it's like all the things happen, right? You don't have to have this stick incense, by the way. It's not like this particular stick incense has some magic powers that yours doesn't. Go get a stick. You got stick incense somewhere, don't you? Come on now. Bippity boppity boo. Restore. Ooh, I like that word. Restore. Beautiful. Restore.
I've written balance, and I've written patience, and I've written love.
I love it.
All right, magic.
We're having fun. Isn't it fun?
Oh, I see someone put happiness. That's a good one. Happiness.
Yeah, let's do happiness. Can you say re-happy? I don't know. I don't know if that's a word, but I just like happy. Happy.
I'm going to draw a heart.
Yeah, let's draw a heart. Can you guys see it on the screen? It's amazing what happens when you just draw with your incense stick. And a lot of us haven't done this, you know what I mean? It's like, we burn incense and we don't think about like how we can work with this as almost like a cosmic pen. You know, it's got the energy, it's waiting to be used. So and then just channel, right? Like I'm getting the word beloved. What word can I write for you? What would feel good for you? Reunite for Joey. I like that. Let's do that. Reunite. Reimagine for Kaz. I like that. Isn't it fun? I wish we had pictures of the air right now. It's so pretty.
I'm taking memory pictures.
I am too. Like it's in my mind's eye.
I see reinvigorate.
Growth. I see a lot of growth. Let's do that. Oh, a reconciliation. Let's do reconciliation. And then let's do growth. Growth. You should use this whole stick until it's done. Let's do, can we do wealth? Sagittarians make money, or not Sagittarians, well, they do too, but Aquarians make money, but not through the traditional ways. They break the mold, but you guys are new, right? Replenish. Ooh, that's interesting, right? Replenish. Plenish comes from the root word for plentiful, right? Which is abundant. I like that. Remember, which comes from the root words for member means to put back together. Just like dismember means to pull apart. Remember means to put back together. Like that. So magic. Let me bring it closer to the screen. Reconnect, reemergence, reinvigorate, release. Let's do release because you know at the dark moon that's when we release, right? So RELEASE. What are you releasing? Rekindle.
Ooh, that's a good one.
REKINDLE. That's so good. Rebirth. Ooh, yes, Allison. Let's do that. REBIRTH. It's just so magical. I know it's so crazy to say that, but like here, my ceiling is so dark that you can see
it
like
really
I wish you were here. It's so beautiful. Resolve, Jen Navarro, right? Love that, right? You're gonna resolve, which means to come at your old problems with new solutions. Resolve. Reunite. Yes, let's do it. Reunite, right? Union, which comes from the word unio, which means one. So we return to the one source. Realign, beautiful. REALIGN.
I say peace a couple times.
Peace. We're doing a lot of rewords. I know.
I say restore too.
I love peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, because peace is just eternal, right? It's like the one wish that we all have for each other. Reward. I like that too. For all your hard work and your patience and your diligence, and I do believe there's rewards for all of that. Reclaim. Let's do that. Reclaim. Look at those words. Isn't it beautiful? Reveal. Show me, show me, show me, right? Vea in Spanish means, right, to see. Ver. So the root word comes from Latin, because all the Spanish, the root words of the Romance languages are Latin. So to ver is to see, right? So to reveal is to see again, like to see with a new set of eyes, right? Reset. R-E-S-E-T. Beautiful. Is that fun? Okay, so who knew an incense stick was a cosmic pen? But that's why you have a dozen of them. We give you a whole set to awaken new possibilities.
You don't have to use them all up in one sitting. I know you can put them out.
So if you don't want to use it for the rest of the time, which I'm going to put mine out right now, then what you do is you just put it out like a cigarette, right? You temp it down in your burner, and then you sit it back in your burner like that, and then when you're ready to do your cosmic writing again, you can do that. Now, I'm going to light my candle, because we always have to make our wishes at the new moon.
Wish time.
Wish making time. Intention setting time.
Wishes out at the new moon.
It's been a long day for us here at St. Thomas. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm going to use my finger. You can use your cosmic key to pull it out, right? But it's, this is your solid perfume. So use this just like you would a regular perfume. So a little bit at your wrist for what you do, a little bit at your third eye for what you know, and a little bit at your ankles for where you go to bless your steps. Okay. It is like a kid with a sparkler, Christina Gunn.
That's what it feels like.
It's so much like that. Okay. Now, take a few deep inhales there. Whatever you've got. It's great. We should. They're asking for this separately, so we should try to bring that separately if we can.
I'll make a note of it, for sure.
Okay. Now.
The nice thing about holding the incense stick that way is that my hand smells so good.
Yeah, no, that was super yum. My clothes are going to smell good too. So if you would like to take a few minutes, you can do this now or do it later to write your intentions on page 25. I will be doing mine a little bit later, but you can do it now if you want. Here's what I'm going to tell you. A lot of you have been doing new moon with me for a long time. My opinion, just thinking about your new moon intentions, not enough. Writing them down and saying them out loud is what makes them come to pass. I promise you. There's something about your voice and there's something about your handwriting that's different than your thoughts. No one else has the same voice you do. No one on the planet has the same voice you do. Do they? No one else has your same handwriting. It's like a snowflake, right? So when you write down your intentions, or when you say what you want into the universe, when you speak those words, your words are very powerful. They create a vibration. That vibration attracts other frequencies that are similar to it, and that's how manifestation happens. So, and Deepak talked about it today, right? Like, say what you want. Articulate what you want. What do I want? Answer that question. And then release the outcome, right? So I want love. Okay, great. I release how that comes to me. I want peace. Okay, I release how that comes to me. I want financial abundance. Okay, I release how that comes to me. Let the universe take care of the when and the how and the where and the what. Let the universe do all of that. And I know this is really hard. Even if you whisper, it doesn't matter. You can say, I really want to have a really hot boyfriend. And the universe still hears it. As much as if you say it really loud. So if you're like in a room and your kids are listening, you're like, I really want to have a hot date. The universe is still listening. But it's different than if you go, and then nothing came out. Okay, there's something about your words and your writing that are really important. I want freedom. I want love. I want passion. I want desire. I want appreciation. I want acceptance. I want expansion. I want abundance. I want fun. I want joy. I want radiance. I want I don't know, Disneyland. I want, right, the Matterhorn, whatever it is. And then release how that comes to you. Completely surrender the outcome. This is total new moon wisdom. So he was right on time today. Now, I want you to take this candle in your hands. What is your biggest wish right now? I mean, the big one. It might not even be one that anybody else knows about, and that's okay. But you know what it is, right? I want you to hold that wish, and when you're ready, I want you to extinguish that candle, and I want you to send that energy of that wish through your breath. So if you don't want to use your words and you can't write it down, use your breath. Translate it through your life force, yeah? You ready? I'm going to do it too. Are you ready? You ready to blow it with me? Come on now. We're going to do this together. I'm not doing it alone. Inhale here and fill your life force with it. Did you do it? Whenever you light this candle, for the rest of your time that you have it, and it's a gorgeous candle. TMSG did a beautiful job on this. I mean, it's like the color of purple is like my favorite. It's so magic. There's glitter in it. Every time you light this candle, which is your liberation candle, you're liberating your desires to go out into the world and come back to you in physical form. I want you to always hold it and really fill that life force, that breath, with that desire and that intention when you extinguish this one. Every time you do it. So when you're like, okay, I'm ready, I think I'm ready. It doesn't have to be a new moon to like make another wish, send it out to the universe again, I'm ready. I want you to hold this candle and do it exactly the same way. Okay? And it's super pretty too. Okay. We'll work on candles and perfume separately.
Yes.
Yeah. It can be done with any candle, but this one was poured specifically. We do a little magic here at Sage Goddess. So Alexis is working on a message to our design team.
We're working on it.
Sometimes we have extra things left over. This time I don't think we did, so they're working on it. Great Spirit, God, Goddess, and Source of all that is. Oh, we thank you. We thank you for this day, we thank you for this time, and we thank you for this new year, this first new moon of 2023, which is really incredible.
It's been nice.
We ask that you take our wishes, our prayers, and our desires. You send them up on eagle's wings, on butterfly wings, on hummingbird wings. We release the how, the what, and the when. We've made our wishes tonight. We surrender the outcome. We trust your wisdom. We trust the timing. We trust the who. We just surrender. We know that when we give it to you, universe, you always do better than we could. We've written all of our words in smoke tonight on the sky. Send it up with prayers and love and gratitude. May your prayers be answered in perfect time and in full alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all souls and beings on this planet at this time. Amen. Aho. And so it is. Yep, we're not clinging. We're not stage 5 clingers. No, we're not. We have a no clinging policy. Listen, if you're a clinger, what are you clinging to? Some shit that doesn't want you anyway? Why would you do that? That's weird. You know what I mean? My rule is, you don't want me, I don't want you either. Bye. Right? I mean, why would you want to hold on to something that doesn't want you back? If you don't want me, I don't want you today.
I need you.
No, that's a clinger song. No, we're not doing that.
Didn't I see you crying?
I don't want you if you don't want me. I'm not clinging anymore.
I'm not clinging anymore. I'm walking out the door.
I don't even know what we're doing.
We're tired.
We're tired. It's been a long week. And listen, it's going to get weirder in Tucson. You think this is weird?
I'm not clinging anymore.
I don't want you if you don't want me. I've got to go. It's just a no. I'm walking out the door.
It's just a no. I'm walking out the door. I don't want you if you don't want me. They're like, okay, what's...
You know what, though? You're going to hear me in your head when you're like, but I want it. And it's like, no, you don't. Because here's the thing. When something wants you back, it's so much better. But the universe, I know Karen always says that, oh, look at the time. She gets really awkward for Karen when it gets weird for us. But here's the thing. When you're clinging to something that doesn't want you, the universe can't bring you, what's the opposite of Joe Bob? Billy Bob. And Billy Bob is awesome.
It was so funny.
Right?
Deepak started listing off random names today just like to make a point, and at one point he said Joe, and I...
Don't do Joe, Deepak. Listen. No. Joe has bad connotations for us. We can't. Please, and we're like, please don't say Bob. Please don't say Bob. Please don't say Bob. Billy Bob wants you. And he's so great. It's so great. They're so great. Go with Billy Bob. Happy new moon. Bob Joe. No, don't do that. Tanya, don't mess it up because you can't combine Bob with Joe and make it work. It's got to be Billy Bob. Anyway, this is weird for some of you who don't know what we're talking about. But yeah, Denzel Washington. Great. He wants you. Denzel wants you. Go with Denzel. Okay. Okay. We're releasing the guides and the guardians. Thank you so much to all of them for being in our... Nope. I'm going to stop looking at the feed because I just can't. We're releasing the guides and the guardians of the North. Thank you for grounding us, bringing us into present time, helping us to stay in this moment, to be patient and present. We release you with gratitude. Releasing the guides and the guardians of the West, thanking them for emotional renewal, support, nurturing, and clearing tonight at this new moon. Thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the South. Thank you for passion, desire, creativity, transformation, fire, fire, fire in the South, right? Everything that we want coming to fruition and coming to pass in perfect time. And then thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the East as we begin a new cycle and almost a new season. We release you with gratitude as well. It's true. Listen, you're old enough. Stop chasing shit that doesn't want to be chased. Bye. I'm doing the opposite. I have a little squirrel who's been coming to my garden for, I don't know, like 5 or 6 weeks. And he always sits in this one place. So today I ordered him peanuts. And I ordered him squirrel mix in a little bowl. And I'm going to start feeding him. And I'm going to give him a name. And I feel like his name is Jim or James.
James, I like it.
He looks like a James. I don't know if he's a male squirrel. But I think Jim or James. James. But he always goes and sits in this one place, and he kind of looks back at me, and I'm like, I don't have anything for you. So I went to Big Lots today, and I got him unsalted peanuts and squirrel mix in a little bowl. And James is going to have a little place to come now.
It's a TikTok.
Because James wants me. Okay?
I am walking out the door.
James isn't running away from me. I don't go toward James and he goes, oh, I don't want that, right? Like, James is showing up, and so James is here, and now I'm going to feed James, and this is a good relationship. If every time I went outside, James ran away from me, I'd be like, well, that's not my James. That's somebody else's James. Jamie. No, not Jane Bob. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. If you enjoyed this, which I hope you did, the last few minutes got weird, but if you enjoyed most of it, I hope you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're here every month with New Moon and Full Moon. I do have a really cool New Moon kit for next month. So if you're like, oh, how does that work with the tools? This is the Magic Garden New Moon set for next month. And it's beautiful. Our team worked really hard on it, so I want to show it to you.
I love it.
We come up with these ideas for new products in a collective meeting, and we were like, everybody needs a new moon terrarium, especially Pisces. So there's crystals in here and little air plants and moss and perfume that I'm about to drip all over myself. And then there's Magic Garden perfume and the Magic Garden candle. This little planter, this terrarium, was custom made for Sage Goddess for our new moon kit. So your code today is SOUND for 23% off. And if you get your new moon kit before midnight, one of you is going to win this wand. Now this wand is from my personal collection. It is a tantric twin pink Lemurian quartz point with a red hematoid top. Isn't that beautiful? It's all done in copper. I have used this to open and close circles hundreds of times. And so one of you is going to receive this from my collection as a gift if you order your new moon kit for next month before midnight. And sound is your tool. I wish the plate came with it, but the plate is worth $500. So I can't send you the plate. I'm just showing it to you on the plate so I don't drop everything. But everything else you get. So you get the planter, you get the plants, you get the crystals, you get the perfume, the candle, all as part of your kit. Isn't that cute? And then, yes, thank you to Karen. She's reminding you. Did I spell anything? Okay. There's a link there to sign up for text messaging from Tucson. Did you see that? SMS messages. Do you know what that means? I don't know what SMS stands for, but when you sign up for it, you get a text that says, hey, Athena's doing weird shit in Tucson. You should come look. The link to sign up for text notifications from me in Tucson is over there. If you want all the behind the scenes, I'm going to be giving away close to $10,000 worth of crystals in the next 10 days starting Monday. SageGoddess.com/livingmagic. What is it? SageGoddess.com/livingmagic. That Facebook group is going to get the behind the scenes interviews, the weird shit that I do, the giveaways, the enter to wins. They have a special discount code. So the rest of the world is going to have one discount code. Living Magic is going to have a different discount code for the whole 10 days I'm in Tucson. You should upgrade if you're in Crystal Pedia or if you're in Living Astrology. You should upgrade to Living Magic for the rest of January. You can downgrade in February if you want. If you haven't signed up for anything, just go do it. It's $100. You're going to get more than your money's worth because I'm live every day. You're going to get at least an hour a day of live crystal education from the largest gem show in the northern hemisphere. Tucson is as big as it gets, and I only go once a year. So SageGoddess.com/livingmagic. Yes, they're real air plants. The cost of the kit is, Alexis will tell us.
The cost of the kit.
Your code is 23% off with code SOUND. So after your discount, I don't know what the cost is, but the cost before it is, I think it's right there. Magic Garden is,
my gosh.
80, right?
No, it's not on here.
Oh, I thought it said right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
80.
Yeah, $80.
79?
79, I think. So 89, I'm sorry. And then it's 23% off. So it's $70-ish. I'm not really good. Yeah, so did you know Denver is the second largest gem show in North America? Tucson's the first. The entire city of Tucson is the show. And I am live from 10 in the morning until usually about 10 at night. And I'm there for 10 days. So you are going to see me. I mean, you're going to get tired of me. You're going to be shutting off your notifications like, I can't take this anymore. But I anytime I see anything cool, I turn on my phone and go live. Holy shit, you've got to see this. Holy shit, you've got to see that. And I literally give away close to $10,000 worth of gemstones while I'm there. Just giveaways. Then there's enter to wins, and there's discount codes, and there's all these other things. So sagegoddess.com/livingmagic. Denver's in September. Tucson is now. And I leave Monday morning. I will be there by 10 a.m. on Monday morning.
We're
So
so
please,
excited.
please sign up for Living Magic. You will not regret it. It'll be the best $100 you spend, because in addition to everything from the shows, you're going to get 8 hours of classes from this month. You're going to get the recording of the Deepak session from today, and the live crystal reading session that I did this week.
Mm-hmm.
All of that.
And all of the classes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like less than 10. I mean, it's like $5 an hour for the learning. So what are you waiting for? Go do it. You can subscribe just for January, and you don't have to keep going if you don't love it. So there's no commitment. There's no ongoing commitment. So sagegoddess.com/livingmagic. Go do it right now. That way, and I would recommend you do it tonight, and I'll tell you why. Because we can get you into the private Facebook groups before we arrive on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So please go register now. sagegoddess.com/livingmagic. We will get you into the Facebook groups before I arrive in Tucson Monday morning, and you will be there for everything. You'll never spend a better $100. Go without 5 lattes or 10 lattes this month. I'm not kidding. It will be the best investment you make in your education. And I'll see you Monday from Tucson.
Bye, guys.
All right, cheers, you guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and thank you for being there for all of the mayhem today.
Can't wait to
Stay
see
tuned
you.
for more to come from Tucson.